Hey guys, by the title, you know what time it is. It is Shoto Todoroki X to B's Listener Time, Part 7. So, I'm filming at 4:30 in the morning. Um, yeah, because why not? Um, I'm really tired. I haven't slept yet, obviously. Um, so, I don't get my phone taken away till next week, and depending on how bad my grades are, my dad said he might not take my computer away. So, yeah. Let's get started. I won't keep you guys waiting any longer for this series. I know you're excited, and okay, so my last video, I didn't really respond to any of the comments, and I try to respond to everyone's comment. So I'm gonna go through tonight and respond to all of them. Thank you guys so much for the support, and thank you guys so much for understanding. Honestly, it means the world to me. Also, thank you for so many subscribers. Last time I checked, it was 730. I might have went up since then, but I'm not sure. Thank you guys so much. It honestly means the world to me. I can't even describe how much it meant when I checked that number and I saw that. I never expected to get this far. I genuinely don't even think my stories are that good, and you guys absolutely mean the world to me. I was talking with my dad and trying to convince him not to let me take my phone away, and he was just like, why does your channel, and the only reason I don't want to get my phone taken away is because of you guys, because you guys mean the world to me, and I don't want to ever disappoint you. So my dad asked why my channel means so much to me, and you guys are always there for me, and when I'm having a bad day or when I'm going through a hard time, you guys are always there showing me your support. You guys aren't just fans or followers or subscribers at this point. I think of all of you guys as family because you guys actually mean the world to me. And the fact that you guys actually take time out of your day to watch these and listen means so much to me. But I'll stop getting all emotional and I'll get in with what you guys really want. Thank you guys so much. I love you all. I'll talk to you guys at the end of the video. You look down at the pregnancy test. Oh shit, hold on, let me go off. Like, last we left off was you just flipped over the pregnancy test. You're in the bathroom with Fiyumi and you guys are about to look at it. You flipped up the pregnancy test and you stared at it for a moment. As tears welled up in your eyes, you didn't know what to do. You bit down on your lip rather harshly as you looked at the test. Fiyumi squealed and you looked at her with tears in your eyes. Whoa. What am I gonna do? We're still in high school. I can't have a baby, you said. She brought you into a hug and just told you that it would be okay and that you, her, Shoto, and even the rest of the family would figure it out together. You clutched the pregnancy test in your hand and you were dumbfounded. You didn't know what to do. You didn't know what to think. You knew you needed to call Bakugo and Kirishima. They were the only people that could get your mind off of this right now. You needed to tell them. You needed their advice. You pulled away from Fiyumi and you wiped your tears. Can I have a minute alone, please? You said to her as you nodded. She nodded and left and exited the room. You picked up your phone, dialing Kirishima's number, praying that Bakugo wasn't with him because you knew if Bakugo found out then he would probably kill someone. But you quickly dialed Kirishima's number and FaceTime called him. You were holding the phone between your knees, a bit shaky, not knowing what to do, not knowing what to think, not even thinking, racking your brain about how you were going to tell Todoroki. You were stressed and you didn't know what to do at this point. Tears fell down your face as Kirishima answered the call. And he was with Bakugo. They were cuddling and you kind of felt bad for interrupting. But they were your best friends and you really needed them right now. Kirishima quickly sat up. Why and what's wrong? What happened? Are you okay? you forgot that they were spending Christmas break together, and Bakugo just kind of hummed and looked at the phone. What's wrong with YN? He said in his normal graspy voice. She's crying. What happened? Kirishima said, dumbfounded and confused. Kiri, I don't know what to do, and You broke out in more tears as Kirishima sat there a bit confused on what was happening. Bakugo going into full overprotective mama mode, which is what you and Kiri like to call it. I'm pregnant, you said as you covered your mouth and began to cry harder, trying to contain your sobs, not knowing what to do. You were going to be a hero and you couldn't afford having a baby right now. You knew Todoroki wanted one, but you didn't know if that was a joke or not, and you were so stressed you didn't even know how to comprehend what was happening. Kirishima looked dumbfounded and Bakugo looked shocked and worried. Ryan, take a couple deep breaths. It's gonna be okay. Kirishima bit his lip, looking at Bakugo, who was glaring at the phone intently. Bakugo took a deep breath and squeezed his fist, trying not to explode right now. What am I gonna do? This could end my career. What? I can't be pregnant. I can't. You said as you choked out another sob. You then heard a soft knock on the door. You quickly covered your mouth and put the phone down. Bakugo and Kirishima was still on the phone. Yeah? You yelled at the door. Baby, are you okay? I heard something as I walked past the door. Are you crying? What happened? Nothing, Sho. It's fine. I'm fine. I fell and stubbed my toe, and you know me, I was just being a baby about it and started crying, you said with a laugh, hoping he would believe your lie. Oh, okay. Are you okay though? Can I come in? No! You yelled at the door. Don't come in, please. I kind of look a mess when I'm crying, and I don't really want you to see me like this again, so please give me a minute. You knew he didn't believe your lie. You could tell in the sound of his voice. Okay. Just let me know when you're okay, he said. You picked up the phone and looked at the guys. Bakugo had grabbed the phone from Kirishima, not being able to hold his anger anymore. He did this. Half and half bastard did this. He put his little inside of you and got you pregnant? He screamed at the phone. You turned your volume down. Bakugo, calm down. I don't know what I'm gonna do, honestly. I'm scared, Bakugo. What if he said he wanted a baby, but what if he doesn't? What if he leaves me because of this? I want to keep it. But I can't, Bakugo. What if he doesn't love me, or what if he leaves me? And tears fell from your eyes about all the possibilities that could be happening. Scenarios running through your head, the thought of him leaving you, the thought of him not wanting it, the thought of him just blowing it off and acting like nothing happened. Bakugo felt furious, but he took a deep breath, and if he doesn't want it, then I'll kick his ass and we can raise it. Me, you, and Kirishima, or put it up for adoption. You know there's always other options, YN. You nodded and just took a deep breath and thought to yourself. You didn't know what you were gonna do, honestly. You were nervous and scared. Fuyumi knew, and you were praying that she didn't tell anyone. I have to go, guys. Sho's gonna get suspicious if I'm in here much longer. It's just... I'll text you guys later, okay? Bakugo yelled at Kirishima said I loved you and was about to hang up before Bakugo yelled at the phone, "If he does anything, I'll kick his ass, just let me know." You chuckled at that. You knew you always had them, no matter what. Now to think how you were gonna tell Todoroki. You guys were still in high school and heroes in training. A baby would be way too much stress, and you didn't know if you could handle it, and you didn't know if Todoroki could either. You washed your face and patted it dry, making sure it didn't look like you had just been crying, and exited the bathroom. The rest of the day went by normal. You and Todoroki went back to the dorms in a couple of days. But you wanted to tell him before you went back to the dorms. So 3 days passed, and it was your last day before you guys left. So you asked if you could talk to him. He of course said yes, and you went to his bedroom. You sat down, and tears began to well up in your eyes. Todoroki just looked at you dumbfounded, confused on why you were crying. And what happened? Are you okay? What's wrong? He said to you. You looked at him as you took the pregnancy test out of your back pocket and handed it to him. Tears sliding down your cheeks. I'm pregnant, Joe, you said as you looked away from him. He looked shocked as his eyes welled up with tears as well, and you thought that was a bad sign, and you thought he was going to leave you right there on the spot before you were engulfed in a hug. This is amazing, Ryan. Well, how long have you known for? Wait, when did this happen? He was confused and asking so many questions. Are you okay? You shouldn't be on your feet anymore. Okay, we have to... He was panicking, you could tell, and you just took his face. If you don't want it, it's okay, Sho. He was about to blurt out before you stopped him. If you want to keep it, that's fine too. It's gonna be a lot of pressure though, with school and hero work, and we're only in high school, Todoroki. It's gonna be a lot, so if you don't want it, that's fine. There's other options, you know, and if you want to leave me, then you can. I would understand, you said as you let go of his face and pulled at your fingers. You then felt his hand on your chin, and he softly kissed you. I love you, and I would never leave you. I'm gonna take care of you. I'm also gonna take care of her baby. I promise, Ryan. There's nothing more that I want than to take care of you both, he said as he gave you another soft kiss. You smiled. Are you sure? I don't want to throw you into something you're not ready for, and... Ryan. He kissed you on your forehead, and then your cheek, your other cheek, and your nose. I love you, and I'm not going anywhere. I know it's gonna be hard and a lot of stress to raise this baby, but we can do it. We can do anything together, he said to you. I love you, Sho, you said, on the brink of tears. I love you too, Ryan, he said as he brought you into another kiss. You guys went back to the dorms, and you hadn't told anyone yet. Until you and Todoroki were called into Aizawa asked to speak with you two. Okay. You guys went to his office. It only had been about 2 weeks, so you didn't even have a bump yet. You were wondering if Aizawa had caught on or not, but he hadn't from what he just said to you. I need you two to go on a mission for me. Shoto looked a bit shocked, and so did you. Uh, what? You said, confused. I would ask Bakugo or Midoriya to do it, but they're too reckless. And none of the pro heroes can do it, considering the fact that they're all known faces. There's a villain terrorizing these small towns, and we've sent in pro heroes, and they can't get into the town for the simple fact that the villain's controlling all of it. You have to go undercover. We've tried to send undercover pro heroes, but sadly they've just been captured. As I was telling you this story, and you thought it was awful. After Aizawa got done, we understand if you don't want to. You guys are the most level-headed in the class though, and the best options for this. We were gonna send the third years, but that won't work either. You two are our last resort, and if not, then we'll send Bakugo or Izuku. It's just, they're not as... We'll do it. You interrupted. Todoroki looked at you dumbfounded, like you had just told him that you wanted to break up with him. Well, what? Todoroki, I can see that look in your eyes. I know you want to do this. We can't just stand by as innocent people are terrorized. But why? And what about you looked at him like you gave him that look, and he knew he almost said it. We'll do it, Aizawa. And we'll bring back those pure heroes that got captured. Promise, you said to him as you smiled. Thank you too. If at the slightest sign of danger, I want you two out though. It doesn't matter if... It matters that you two get out of there safely. We can send other people, but we can't afford someone else to get captured. You also can't tell anyone about this mission. If you do, it could be bad for UA, knowing that we're sending heroes in training on missions already. It's just... You two are our only options, as I said to you. You looked at him as though you understood, and so did... The mission was... Sorry, I was messing with things on my desk. The mission will be in a couple of days. I'll send you to the files. Damn. I'll send you to the files, as I said to you. Okay, sorry. Before I go any farther, I'm not stopping the video yet, trust me. I just want to warn you, this might get a little sad, okay? I just wanted to let you know. Okay, back to the story. You and Todoroki went over the files together, forming a plan and a strategy. He didn't want you doing this. He barely let you walk around ever since he found out you were pregnant. But he knew you were stubborn and you weren't gonna listen. The only other person that had known were Bakugo and Kirishima, for the simple fact that they knew something was off with you, and they took it into their own hands to find out what it was. And then they found out that you guys were going on a mission. Todoroki's POV. I was walking out of my dorm when I was stopped by Bakugo and Kirishima. We know you're going on a mission, and we know you're not supposed to tell anyone, so we haven't brought it up. But you better bring YN out of there, dead or alive. I don't care if you have to risk your life to save hers. I want her and that baby safe. Got it? Bakugo said in a demanding tone. Todoroki just shook his head as though he understood. He would already do anything to make sure you got out. And Bakugo should have known that. Skipping to the day of the mission. You and Todoroki had got there, and found the villain that you were looking for, the group of villains that you were looking for. You and Todoroki took out most of them together. They were only being low-life thugs until the stronger opponent came out. It took both you and Todoroki hours of fighting to even get a dent in him. It was hard and it was a long battle. Todoroki used his fire side and you gave it everything you could, but everything wasn't enough. You were sitting there, holding Todoroki's body. The villain was already dead. You didn't... After Todoroki was on the floor coughing up blood, you kind of lost it and may have took it a bit too far with the villain. You knew he was barely breathing, but you didn't care. Todoroki was on the verge of dying. You didn't know what to do. You were crying, begging him to wake up, begging him that you couldn't leave, that they couldn't. You told him that he just had to hold him there and that it would all be okay because you were right there and he couldn't leave you and the baby. You couldn't do this on your own. And he just brought a hand up to your face and cupped it. There was blood all over his hands, and you held his hand as you looked down at him, his head resting in your lap, as you bawled your eyes out. Todoroki, please, please, Shoto, you can't leave me and the baby. I promise that you can get through this. I just need you to keep your eyes open, okay? Todoroki, please, keep your eyes open. He shut his eyes, and you begin to bawl, begging him to keep his eyes open. You had already called for backup. And you couldn't do this. You couldn't do this. The baby, he couldn't leave. Your eyes begin to fill with tears. And then they shut. And then you heard a lot of motion and everyone yelling that she's awake. You were confused as you looked around the room, seeing all of Class 1A. You woke up in a hospital room, frantically asking where Todoroki was. Todoroki was confused as he walked to your side. I'm right here, Ryan. Why? You hugged him like there was no tomorrow, and he seemed genuinely confused. You're here, you're alive. You're alive? How are you? What happened? Aizawa then walked into the room. Ryan, Aizawa, what's wrong with you? How could you do that to us? You sent 2 children on a mission and you couldn't breathe and you didn't know what was happening. Aizawa looked genuinely confused, and then he remembered that everything you had just saw was a flash of your future. Ryan, sit down. You sat down on the bed as Aizawa and the rest of Class 1A stared at you dumbfounded. After you had calmed down from your little panic, everyone looked confused. What do you mean, Todoroki's alive? Bakugo said to you, dumbfounded with a stupid look on his face. He died in the mission that Aizawa sent us on, and Aizawa looked confused, and then he told you. Ryan, you just woke up from a coma. You haven't been on any missions. After you got back from spring break, you went into a coma. It's Christmas time now. We actually get out of school in a couple of days. Ryan, what did you... And then recovery girl walked in. It was a quark-induced coma. When you guys were fighting villains, one of them hit you with the quark. Their quark induces comas. But when you're in the coma, you see what's going to happen in your future. You stared at Recovery Girl like she had just told you the most god-awful news ever. Well, what's gonna happen in the future? So everything I saw is gonna come true? You said, genuinely confused. Yes, unless you change it. But if you change it, you could risk messing up the timeline. Bakugo looked at you, and Aizawa looked at you, like everything had just clicked for them. So I'm gonna send you on a mission with Todoroki, Aizawa said, and Bakugo then finished the sentence. And he's gonna die? You looked around the room. No, I won't let it happen. It's not gonna happen. He didn't die, he just fainted. We went on a mission and we got in a bit of trouble. But I knew the ambulance was there before he died. You knew you couldn't let anyone know what's gonna happen in the future. That would risk messing up the timeline. But you also knew that you weren't gonna let him die. You were gonna play the story how it was supposed to be, getting pregnant and all. And then, instead of Todoroki dying that day, it would be you. But before you let him die, you had to tell someone about the baby. You had to call back up earlier so Todoroki wouldn't die and it would be you. So Todoroki and your baby would be safe. You knew what you had to do, and you knew you didn't have any other option besides that. Hey guys, I just finished filming the last part of Shoto Todoroki X Bees Listener. This is kind of different because my phone died for a little bit, so if there's like a weird cut right here, then I'm sorry. But I finished that. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Some of you may hate the way it ended. Yeah, but that's it. That's the series. I can't. That's the series. That's it. We're done. Shoto Todoroki X Bees Listener is over. Not for good though, because I'm gonna come back with a season 2, y'all. After my little break, if I have to take it, I'm going to come back with a season 2. I already started writing it, but season 1 is over. Yeah. We will come back with a season 2 of what's going to happen. Are you going to save Todoroki, or is Todoroki gonna die again? Is your baby gonna die? Are you gonna die? Is anyone gonna die? Yeah, there will be a season 2, and I feel like I have to do season 2 because I kind of have to show you and Todoroki raising a kid. But yeah, there is going to be a season 2, the sequel. Yeah, if I have to take a break, then season 2 will start when I come back, or if I don't have to take a break, it will start next week or 2 weeks. But that depends on my filming schedule that I'm about to make. Yes, it's 4 in the morning, almost 5. It's 4:53 now. But I'm probably gonna make a filming schedule, then I'm gonna get some sleep. But yeah, that's the story. That's the end of season 1 of Todoroki X Bees Listener. I am crying. I'm so excited for season 2. Because I'm not gonna go back over your story, because basically you have to play all of that out for now, and then when that day comes, the day comes of Shoto's death, that's where we're gonna start off. You telling Aizawa that you're pregnant and that you know what's going to happen and you need him to send backup at this specific time, because you remember the time that Shoto was about to die or whatever. You need to send backup before that. So basically season 2 will come out soon, and I really hope you guys enjoyed season 1. I was just gonna end it like this, but I knew I couldn't do that, so there will be season 2. I hope you guys enjoyed. I switched up the music. Let me know if you liked it. If you probably didn't even hear the difference. But yeah. Also, before season 2, I wanted to start another series. Whether that be a Bakugo series. Here are the people I have for a new series. These are the characters. I have Bakugo, and then I have a Hawks. Shit. Okay. I have Bakugo, and then I have a YNX Hawks and Dobby's son. I wrote it like on a whim a couple weeks ago. Let me know if you want that, because I love this story. But yeah, if you want me to write another series, which I plan to do, then I will. I also want to start another series on my channel, not just XDP's listener, whether that be ex-disabled listener or like ex-disabled listener or ex-past rape victim or raped victim listener, because I'm also making a period comfort series because I want to do something a bit more happy. Those videos will be a bit shorter than usual, like not the full 20 minutes, maybe 15, you know. But I will be making a period comfort series. I hope you guys enjoy this. I love you guys so much. Thanks for watching. Bye. Ew, that was so fucking ugly. I hate myself. Bye. Love you.